This is Nuance with Nikki, the nitty gritty, even when it's shitty. So, you may be asking yourself, what are South African soldiers doing in Congo? And shouldn't we let them solve their own problems? Now, the first part of that question is a reasonable question. The second part is a thought terminating cliche. Okay? It is completely right of you to be concerned that your tax money is going towards those soldiers being there in Congo and our soldiers are dying. That is a fair question. All right? But I just want you to imagine this. Let's imagine that soldiers, and I'm just going to throw out a random country here, soldiers or rebels from Mozambique came and they invaded Randburg because the weeds under Randburg were a special plant, and that plant helped people make their cell phones. Okay? So then the people in Randburg started different neighborhood watches to make sure that they would protect themselves from these theoretical Mozambican rebels. Right? So Linden would start a group, Blegari would start a group, etc., and so on and so forth. Honeydew. Okay? To defend themselves. Let's imagine that the violence was so bad that they had to respond in violence. Now, we all know that just because a group of people are together doesn't mean everybody is lacquer. Okay, not everybody's a good person. So now you've got Samsung, né, paying Mozambique, the Mozambican rebels. You've got Panasonic paying Linden. Okay, you've got Apple with their iPhones paying Honeydew, and money's being exchanged, and all kinds of scam things are happening. Meanwhile, in Randburg, lives are being lost, and largely women and children are collateral damage in all of this, just to make sure that people had cell phones. That would be the parallel of what has happened in the eastern provinces of Congo. The Randburgites in this thought exercise, the Randburgers, wouldn't necessarily be bad people who can't solve their problems. They'd be people fighting tooth and nail to fight their problems. Okay? We cannot let internalized Afrophobia have us being so lazy as to buy into thought terminating cliches. How have we lived in Africa our whole lives, learned all of the history, and not seen something so obvious? Just take a moment to think about it, okay? So you are absolutely right to be concerned about your tax money, that 15% VAT, for example, going towards our soldiers, unnecessarily going to the Congo. I hear you. But bear in mind that at the same time as Ramaphosa and the government are sending soldiers there, right? In Sandton, the head offices of all of those companies who have head offices all around the world. So I'm not just blaming Joburg and Sandton, but I'm speaking to my own family here, right? We know that the head offices of African companies are very often in Johannesburg. The head offices of multinational companies who sell to Africa often put themselves in Johannesburg, often in Sandton. So when you bought that cell phone, the profits already went towards creating the conflict in Congo. Already, your money was used when you bought your laptop, when you bought your vape, when you bought your rechargeable batteries, that inverter that you bought during all that load shedding we had. Okay? It already funded it. And then your same VAT for that same product went there. That's what's truly happening. Okay? Guys, I hope this has made some people think about it in a nuanced way. Hashtag remember Congo. None of this stuff is necessary. None of this is necessary. I'm going to put a link in the description by the time I get a chance to upload this video so that you can see a documentary, very well made, which really truly helps you understand. It's not an easy watch, but I hope that you'd be willing just to reconsider that. Please. Okay. Let us not put stereotypes on other people that have been put on us. Because tomorrow, it genuinely could be Kimberly. It genuinely could be Mitchell's plane. Genuinely could be Alex. Okay? There, but for the grace of God and the goddess. Go we. This was Nuance with Nikki, the nitty gritty, even when it's shitty.